And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Up first, a flood watch continues for the Yukon River up here at Fort Yukon through Wednesday morning for possible flooding due to an ice jam. And moving on to satellite imagery, low pressure here over the western Gulf of Alaska, pushing a weakening front up into the interior today. Rain changing to showers this afternoon across the southeast coast, and rain and showers continuing along the North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound, southern Kenai Peninsula, and eastern Turnagain Arm, with some shower activity here into the Alaska Range, and a lot of clouds out here over the western interior areas. But northern part of the state, pretty dry, but more clouds to the North Slope and Arctic coast, and some clouds dropping into the eastern Aleutians here in the Alaska Peninsula. And then out here to the west, the clouds with the next system just west of Shimia. Rolling that through again, you can see the clouds here rotating northwestward all the way out into Norton Sound, the Seward Peninsula there, and the clouds building out to the west with the next system and a break in between. Here for the chart for tonight, or the forecast for tonight, that front out there pushes eastward with rain and snow coming across Shimia and Attu, pushing into just west of Adak by morning. But rain and snow showers, gusty winds to the western Aleutians, light winds under higher pressure for the central Bering Sea in toward Nikolsky over to about Atka, and then still gusty north to northwest winds with rain and snow showers for the Alaska Peninsula up to close to the Pribilof Islands, mostly off the southwest coast here with dry conditions over the western northern part of the state. Maybe a few flurries from Point Lay down to Point Hope and Cape Lisburne with that weak trough up in that area, and a few showers here over the east central part of the state. And this weakening front here kind of redevelops as another one pulls northward here, bringing some light rain to the southeast coast, North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound again, the usual places here right back down into Kodiak Island. And then for tomorrow, that low slips a little bit to the southeast here from tonight's position there. Front lifts northward and weakens in the interior with a lot of clouds and showers here for the Alaska Range, Tanana Valley. Especially in the afternoon, could see some developing thunderstorms, Talkeetna Mountains, and anywhere along the Alaska Range tomorrow afternoon. Drier to the north, drier to the west, and again, rain and showers over the southeast coast and a diminishing trend in the afternoon. And this front pushing rain in toward the Fox Islands, but drying out from Adak westward. And then for Wednesday, that front really washing out here, just a very weak low there just west of the Pribilof Islands with some areas of light rain, fog, drizzle, and shower associated with it. Very light precipitation in a pretty narrow band there. It just happens to be lying right across the eastern Aleutians, Unalaska, Dutch Harbor, Nikolsky. Probably see a occasionally damp day for Wednesday with clouds, definitely drier conditions for Adak and Atka. Next big storm here, starting to push some rain in toward the far western Aleutians in the late afternoon, more likely toward evening, and showers to the southeast coast with another batch right off the coast there, but this low sinking southward, so this is kind of moving slowly in, and a lot of shower activity and clouds here across southern Alaska, scattering out toward the Yukon River, and then dry from the Seward Peninsula right on up across the Brooks Range to the Arctic coast. And the outlook for Thursday, again, dry up here over the about the northern half of the state. Along this trough axis, afternoon showers, isolated thunderstorms possible there, all the way down into possibly the northwestern Susitna Valley, Talkeetna, some showers, Kenai Peninsula afternoon showers, western Alaska Range, and even over the mountainous terrain at Kodiak Island there, a possible shower. And cloudy with showers and rain for the southeast coast with that trough moving into the area there. And out to the west, low pressure near Shimia and Attu with rain extending along the front into the central Aleutians, pushing into about Nikolsky again, but dry weather for the Pribilofs. Maybe some light rain and snow shower activity for St. Lawrence Island to Steller and Wales, but very light conditions there, and otherwise dry out to the southwest coast. Looking at lows for tonight, again, 10 to 15 here for the Brooks Range of the Arctic coast, upper 20s and 30s in the central interior, and 30s across much of southern Alaska, upper 20s for the Pribilofs, upper 30s and near 40 for the Aleutians. And for the southeast coast, about the same thing, upper 30s to lower 40s. Highs tomorrow, upper 40s, lower 50s for the Panhandle, mostly in the 50s here across southern Alaska, either side of 50 there in the Tanana Valley, and mostly in the 20s to the north slope in the Arctic coast, on out to St. Lawrence Island, and lower 30s to the Pribilos, but Adak pushing up into the mid-40s. And for the lows, 30s for the Aleutians, 20s for the Bering Sea on up to St. Lawrence Island, 30s in the interior here with 40 for Kodiak, upper 30s to near 40 for the southeast coast, and teens again for the north slope in the Arctic coast, followed by highs in the 20s for the Arctic coast, warming into the 30s for the Brooks Range south of the mountains, 40s, and then 40s to lower 50s here, warmest in the Kuskokwim Valley with mid-50s there, and lower 50s south central Alaska, as well as areas of the southeast coast.